North Carolina is the third largest grower of cotton in the U.S.
Cotton has a huge connection to the South, and it's part of our agricultural history, and it's been long gone.
So you look at population, you look at climate change, you look at peak oil. There's just a lot of pressures that are just not going to allow us to continue the lifestyle that we've had, in the last 50 years.
Most of this great cotton this guy grows and he gins gets shipped out of this country. So we can turn around and buy our cheaper t-shirts and our cheaper jeans by people that are working for $2 an hour. Our focus is let's keep some of that cotton in North Carolina. Let's make some product here because best I look around, we're going to be wearing clothes for a little bit longer.
One thing I like to do when I bring TS Designs or people out to TS Designs, one of the first questions I ask them if they can tell me the country of origin and the shirt they're wearing that day is from. And I probably asked that question well over 100 times and I've got maybe 1 or 2 right answers.
So there's a disconnect between our consumption, our energy use, and the things that we're talking about that are missed on the average person. So what we want to do is connect those dots, where our energy comes from and the cost to produce it, cost not in dollars, but cost to the planet.
TS Designs looks at running a business based on a triple bottom line. We look at people, profit, and planet.
We hope that eventually all businesses will adopt some of the things that we're doing, which are trying to be a more sustainable business and adopt a triple bottom line approach. We think that should be standard business practice rather than this short-sighted thinking that we see around us.
As much as we're hurting as a nation, our rural areas are hurting even more. 1 out of every 12 jobs in the United States relates to agriculture. So this is not just a down on the farm concern. This is a big part of our national security concerns. Because I think you may have heard that we got a little problem with jobs.
To someone who says that it might be a better idea for their company to make it overseas, we've been faced with that. It is not necessarily easier making in the States because we eat a terrible upfront investment, but it's worth it because we know what we're investing in.
But sometimes we've just forgotten that made in the USA is the best brand name there is in the world.
Our dream is to one day bring the cotton back here to North Carolina in the South and grow it and weave it, spin it, and dye it, and have everything from start to finish here in the South.
We always say our best customer is an educated customer. We sell a more expensive t-shirt not because we're making more money, it's because where it's made and how it's made. We cannot compete solely based on price. We have to compete with telling our story. Once you get to that level, then we can compete with anybody because typically we're so far ahead of our competition, even the big boys.
I can't say that we are doing as much business as Hanes or these other humongous cotton t-shirt companies, but it has to start somewhere, and $30 for a shirt might seem expensive, but as soon as you put a heart and a story behind it, you make the connection.
I think people are stepping back and saying, not only is that maybe not the way to go, but did it really give me a fulfilling life? And so part of this is living out your values, trying to be a good world citizen. It does not make sense to exploit the people that work for you or your customers or your resources. It just doesn't make good business sense. So sustainability is the way business should be done.
Our impact is like this small, but I think it gives people hope.
Look beyond your pocketbook, look beyond the dollars, because you can make a choice that makes a better community and better environment, and again, opportunity to create jobs in this country.
We know that we can sleep at night knowing we're doing the business that we're doing.